It's week 3 of the NFL, and we'll see Nick Bolton. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Chiefs and the Bears, all that and more, coming up next.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club, and losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Charles Justin Fields.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
They'll start out here with the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Well, the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. DeMarcus Walker just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Interested to see what they dial up here. Third and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Back to throw, Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Cairo Santos, former Chiefs kicker, on for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A solid stiff arm. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Now a 7th-round surprise from a year ago. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. That'll be caught by James. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Mahomes going to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Jarek McKinnon from 13 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 99 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Slot man moves right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
Waiting on it will be Richie James. It's taken to the 26. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
And this one out quickly to James.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Bears take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is one, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On second down, a run with Herbert.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll run with Herbert.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much.
From the 43, here's second down at 7. Here's Fields.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down, Fields looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Read option, here's Herbert. Down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll leave him with a third and just a yard.
On third down, Herbert.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll toss it outright to Herbert.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
To throw is Fields. And again back to Kmet.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And here we go on 4th down, Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down.
A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. Down the right sideline.
All the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Now Fields.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Fields. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Loose inside the 30, inside the 10.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first-half lead.
So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Fields now to throw. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Mahomes now to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down.
Got his man complete. Moore.
And he's he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Working from the gun, Mahomes to the right side, and he's got more complete. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. This is caught.
Well, the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
The gain on the play leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. On 1st down, Mahomes.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Mahomes going to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 23 yards on the play.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And again, it's Mahomes. And it's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
A 61-yard attempt.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one, but that is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10.
A give left side here for Herbert.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9. To throw is Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
No gain on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Dancing to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again.
And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, 100-yard...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the pass...
Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Darnell Mooney.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again.
A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. On second down, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. The Chiefs on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 13.
Out of the gun, Fields. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 1. Now it's Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first. Here's Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. It's Joshua Williams with a pick.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Finding more on the out route for the completion. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Mahomes now to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more.
And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here's Pacheco.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got it. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
They'll try and run with Pacheco.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Butker on for the PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Onto the field now come the Bears.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now Fields.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here's Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2. Fields.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, Fields.
Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Back to throw. Fields. That is caught by Herbert.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That's complete to Mooney.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Darnell Mooney.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Outright and brought in by Moore. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And it's some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chiefs, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.